You ever start to doubt yourself why you invest in precious metals, maybe the precious metal mining stocks, gold, silver, platinum, palladium? I think it might be helpful for us to do a quick review of just a few of the big reasons why we invest in the metals, because remember, we are a sliver of the population. The mainstream, they don't talk about the reasons why it's smart to invest in gold and silver. So we need to maybe stick together and remind ourselves from time to time, and that's what we're going to do right now. Do you find it really cool that silver, gold, all the precious metals, they sniff out the future? They look around the corner. They see the forest through the trees. And most of us are in consensus that the economy is in bad shape. The financial situation of the United States, of the world, all the debt, you know the whole story, bubble gum and duct tape holding it all together. It's not looking real bright. So as gold and silver look out into the future, they adjust their price accordingly. And as the future continues to look more and more uncertain, right? We didn't even mention the geopolitical issues, the conflict going on in the world, the bifurcation, right? The fact that the Eastern countries are all getting together. As gold and silver continue to see that, sniff all of these things, especially when all put together, the value of the ounces, the price of the ounces will continue to appreciate. I appreciate you watching the video, joining me here in the basement from wherever in the world you are. I think it's the coolest thing that we can sit down and talk about these subjects. You can subscribe right here. Please give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. We love to read your comments. That's how we all learn from each other. But you know who else likes to come down here? Goldman Sachs. Yeah, that's right. I have it on good word that my videos are very popular at Goldman Sachs in New York City. But what we like even more about Goldman Sachs when it comes to gold and silver is that they've been putting out positive articles, positive research about the price of gold. And you know, that translates to positive news for gold's favorite first cousin, silver. But it's not just them. Bank of America's put out positive news stories about gold. Credit Suisse has put out positive stories about gold. And even CNBC, yes, or CNBS, as some people like to call it, their Asian affiliate put out an article just a few weeks ago talking about the strong possibility of $4,000 gold. What does that calculate for silver? That would be $93.21 for silver. And did you remember that the vaults of the big major exchanges, the LBMA in London, England, and the COMEX in New York City, the vaults that back up all the derivative contracts? What's another word for all those paper contracts they have? Like 500 paper contracts for each 1 ounce of silver. The amount of actual silver, gold in their vaults is very small, and especially with silver has continued to decrease. So when they write all those paper contracts, what's that word we use to describe those? Oh yeah, unicorn fart dust. At some point, the actual physical supply and demand of the metals will prevail, and that could be a rocket ship ride for the price of all the precious metals. And more countries, have you been hearing this, are doing their trade in gold. We had Ghana announce that they're going to start buying oil with gold. Because we can see the world splintering right now, or bifurcating, if you'd like to use a big word. The BRICS nations, Saudi Arabia, all these other countries in the East are joining together. And guess what? Even Mr. Putin had to say that he was tired of this age of imaginary wealth. They are putting much more importance on real assets, including silver and gold. Don't forget, we haven't talked about this for a few weeks. There's a new exchange for the precious metals that will compete directly with the LBMA and the COMEX, right? And the express intent of this new exchange, it'll be called the Moscow World Standard, is to establish a new spot price for the precious metals. They're tired, and they've explicitly said this, of manipulation of the big real assets, silver, gold, platinum, palladium. Even oil has been mentioned, and they want a real price for those assets, or what they perceive to be a real price. And let me tell you about this. There's also been talk. Zoltan Pulsar from Credit Suisse mentioned that the Russians might start selling oil for gold. That would be huge. They're talking about like 1 gram of gold for a barrel of oil. But if they were to say, we'll give you 2 barrels of oil for 1 gram of gold, everybody says, oh, that'll make the price of oil go down. Wrong. The oil market is way, way more powerful and bigger than the gold market. So if you get 2 barrels of oil for 1 gram of gold, that means you get $120 worth of oil for 1 gram of gold. That would make the price of gold double under the situation that I just explained. Now, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I believe I'm right. Let me know in the comments section below. And do you want to end on one more piece of good news? It's so important for us to remember that the central banks, right, the top echelon of financial control in the world, what do they all own? They all own gold. What are they all accumulating more of? Or a lot of them accumulating more of? They already own a lot, but now what are they actually buying on top of that? Gold, gold, gold. What does that tell us? Mic drop, end of video. You're always welcome here in Ron's Basement. I appreciate you being here. Until next time, take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Hey everybody, it's Ron from Ron's Basement, live on the log flume with Lily. Lily, say hi.
Hi.